Hi, I'm Ed Sobey from Kids Invent. Today we're doing electric boats. Now we've done electric boats before where we had a propeller blowing air backwards to push the boat forward. Now we do what appears to be more of a traditional boat with the propeller in the water. This makes it a little bit more difficult, adds some interesting engineering challenges. One of the challenges is extending the shaft of the motor down through the hull and into the water. We don't really want the motor in the water, we'd like it up here on the boat. So we use a cocktail straw as the extension of the shaft, and you notice if you try this that it's not a good fit. So we wrap just a little bit of masking tape around that shaft to make a good snug fit to hold the extension, and then we can project that through a hole in the back of the boat. If I can find the hole, there it is. And then we need to build some sort of a mount for the motor to hold it not only up but at the right angle, because it can't be facing this way, it can't be facing that way. The motor shaft has to be parallel to the extension. So there's the motor and the extension of the shaft. So now we have carried the spinning to underwater. Now the problem is, what do we do for a propeller? Well, you already have some propellers, but if you want to make it a good challenge for the students, have them make their own. People don't know what a propeller is until they make one, and then they make all sorts of discoveries. So we take a piece of aluminum foil, we fold it, and fold it, and fold it until it's got a little bit of rigidity. That might be a little bit big, but there we go. And now we can poke a hole in the center of this, just a tiny hole, I hope, and mount it on the end of the shaft and hot glue it in place. Now if you try that, of course, the boat won't go anywhere. The shaft will spin, the propeller will spin, and the boat won't move because propellers have to have a twist to them. So as they turn, they push water one direction or the other. So kids will discover this, and then they'll start to look at propellers and really appreciate what they are, and thank Mr. Erickson for his invention of the propeller. So once they have that and have the propeller in the water, they can make the electrical connections and try to drive their boat. What they'll soon discover is the boat goes in circles, and so they'll have another engineering problem of trying to either align the shaft to get the boat to go straight or adding a keel or scags. They'll come up with lots of different ideas for trying to get the boat to go straight. The challenge is to get your boat to cross from one side of the pond to the other side of the pond fairly expeditiously. We'd love to see it go across in a straight line. To get that done, they'll be experimenting with motors and carrying the transmission of energy from the battery to the motor to the propeller and propelling the boat forward. A lot of wonderful learning all involved in our boats.